Hello. My name is Dorotina. Hope you all are doing well. Today, we'll be learning how to say, I love you, in Morse code. At last. At last you found that person who you think is different. At last you found a keeper. At last you found a person whom you can single out from the crowd. And you want to propose to this special one in a special way. You want to cherish this moment of professing your love. So you decide to say I love you in Morse code. Something nerdy, something unique. It will truly be an awesome evening. Saying I love you in Morse code is actually easy. You just have to know the Morse equivalent of the English letters used in I love you. Here's how you would say I love you in Morse code language. Morse code is represented in dots and dashes. So to say I love you in Morse code, you need to know how the letters in I love you are represented in the code. Let's look at that. I, in Morse code, looks like this. L, in Morse code, looks like this. O, in Morse code, looks like this. V, in Morse code, looks like this. E, in Morse code, looks like this. Y, in Morse code, looks like this. O, in Morse code, looks like this. U, in Morse code, looks like this. So finally, combining all of them, I love you, in Morse code, will look like this. But wait, this is how you write Morse code. How can you actually say, or speak, I love you in Morse code? For that, you need to know what Morse code actually is. Don't worry, it will take just a minute to explain. Morse code is a machine through which you send electrical pulses. There are only two types of pulses sent through the Morse code machine. One is a high-intensity pulse and one is a low-intensity pulse. The long or high-intensity pulse is called the dash while the low-intensity or short pulse is called the dot. We represent the letters of the English language through the combination of the high and low intensity electrical pulses. For example, the English letter O appears in Morse code as a combination of 3 long pulses or 3 dashes. Now to actually say I love you in Morse code sound, you just need to replace the dots with short beeps and the dashes with long beeps. In actual Morse code machines, we use electrical voltage to simulate these beeps or dashes. So, I love you in Morse code will sound like this. So, go ahead. Express your love to your significant other in the most unique way possible.